What up? D-Boyd here. Welcome back to What's Up Wednesday. And I gotta tell y'all, I'm excited. I'm having a good time. This YouTube stuff is reaping some benefits that I didn't expect, which is cool. And also reaping the benefits that I did expect. So, yeah, feels good. Things are cool. When I started this channel, I kind of had two desired outcomes in mind. One was to just kind of grow following a little bit, and the thought there was that the algorithm tends to reward posting regularly. I post music videos very irregularly. Man, my hair is going crazy today. And I need to, and I want people to watch my music videos especially, but if I'm not posting regularly, then that's just not going to happen. So I need to come up with some way to post regularly, and so that was one of the goals of these two YouTube series, What's Up Wednesdays and Freestyle Friday, was to just start posting regularly and see if we can get the algorithm to reward us a little bit. And then when I do put a lot of time and effort into a music video and post it, maybe somebody will watch it. So that was motivator number one for starting the YouTube channel. And then motivator number two was I am daunted by editing videos. So I have a bunch of project files on my desktop for a couple music videos that I've still just never put together and never released, because editing videos is a very daunting prospect for me. It just sounds like a lot of work. I don't really know my way around video editing software. I just haven't used it a whole lot, and so just even opening up a project and cutting things to line up with sound, and people talk about color correcting, and I know especially with music videos you're supposed to have like fun effects and cool transitions and things, and the idea of trying to figure out how to make all those is just very daunting. And so I just wanted to have a little bit of practice with these series, just editing videos. I barely edit. I don't edit these What's Up Wednesday videos at all. I literally record it on my phone, click upload, and then walk into work. But Freestyle Fridays, I edit just a little bit, like the littlest tiny bit. And there's a lot of hoops to jump through even for that little tiny bit, because I record it all on my phone still. Now I'm thinking I should get a camera that plugs into my computer, and that would make my life significantly easier. But record it on my phone, then I gotta upload it to my computer, or then I gotta upload it to Google Photos, and then I download it onto my computer, and then I also record audio into Fruity Loops, and so I gotta export that audio, make sure that all sounds good. Then I gotta open up DaVinci, the video editor, and just put the audio file and the video file together, and cut out the beginning and end, because there's a lot of effectively white space on the beginning and tail. So not a lot of video editing, but it's making me less scared of video editing. It's accomplishing the goal there, which is cool. And it's accomplishing the first goal of people are actually watching these YouTube videos. Thank you. Feels great. I appreciate the viewership. I appreciate the subscribes. And now that gets me more excited to work on music videos too, and get some cool content in front of you. So those are both great. And then some benefits I did not expect from the YouTube channel, which I am experiencing currently, are just increased motivation to work on music in general. So I keep talking in Freestyle Friday about some copyright issues. I don't actually think they're issues. I think it's fine. YouTube flags the Freestyle Friday videos for it just says, hey, there's some copyrighted content in this YouTube video. I assume that affects how I can monetize it. I don't expect to be monetizing these anytime soon. I think you need like 1,000 subscribers or something crazy. So not too worried about monetization, but I don't know. I just don't want my videos to get taken down either, you know. So the copyright flag there gets me a little nervous, but I think it's fine. I think they're just saying like, hey, there is some copyrighted content in the background of this, just heads up. If that's like the main thing in your video, then you could get in trouble, but since you have other stuff, you're probably fine. But I don't know, it's been bugging me, so I've been trying to make my own beats a little bit for Freestyle Friday so that I don't encounter copyright issues, and that's just been a surprisingly powerful motivator. I've been making beats the last 3 weeks now. I have, as a result, hold on, I gotta step down some rocks over here. Okay. As a result, I have 3 new beats that I actually think are really cool, that I'm excited to turn into real songs, which cranking out instrumentals that I like at that pace is something that I have never done. I have always been frustrated with my own instrumentals. I've always been frustrated with how long it takes me to make them. And so to crank out 3 in 3 weeks is crazy to me. It feels really good, and I think it's because it's like less directed. I think the frustration with making instrumentals comes in when I already have an idea for a song and I'm trying to translate an idea in my brain into instrumental, and that process is endlessly frustrating because I hear an idea in my head. I'm like, okay, I need to like kind of get this idea down. And then you start clicking buttons in Fruity Loops and it plays all sorts of sounds, and those sounds for me kind of erase the original sound that was in my brain, you know. It's like if you're trying to remember what a song sounds like and you start listening to like 20 different songs, or you're trying to remember the name of a song, but you can't remember any of the words to the song, you only remember the instrumental. Like, oh, there's this melody, it goes like da 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 da, and so you start like clicking through your music library to try to find a song. And eventually all you're gonna remember is like the 20 songs you listened to, and you won't be able to remember what that first little ditty you were trying to think of was. That's my experience with Fruity Loops. Is I have an instrumental in my head, I click through all the options to like try to come up with something, and by the time I get there, by the time I have something kind of in the ballpark, I've forgotten what I originally wanted to have, and then I'm just frustrated. And I've got something else, but it wasn't quite what I was imagining. It's not quite, the mood isn't quite right, and I just need to like abandon the original idea, just go with what I had. But that's what helps with the Freestyle Friday beats, is because there is no idea behind them already. It just starts as clicking through the sounds in Fruity Loops until I find something that's like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. Let's go ahead and use that and just see where it takes me. And that's a lot more fun, and that's where the coolest beats come from, I think. That's where most of the cool beats that I actually have done have started in that realm, where I just was making beats one day, and then later I came up with a song idea, and then I tried to map that song idea back onto, like, see if I have any existing beats that I had already made that match the new song, and yes, I have this one, and then I can go. So starting to build that library back up, it feels good. That's not true of all my cool songs. There are some, like PCH, Divided States of America, I did kind of figure out how to make that particular sound. I don't remember if I figured it out with PCH or if I figured it out with The Meek and Cage. I think I figured it out more with The Meek and Cage. And so when I realized I had something to say with PCH and Divided States of America, I was able to just sit down and kind of like bang out those instrumentals and have the idea in my head and translate it onto paper effectively, much more easily and fluidly. So that was cool. Anyways, I'm digressing. The point is, let's see. Oh yeah, so that's an unexpected benefit of the YouTube channel. I'm doing these Freestyle Fridays. It's motivating me to create instrumentals. I'm creating instrumentals at an unprecedented rate. It's very cool. Feels super good. Makes me want to start writing lyrics. And you know, the other cool thing about Freestyle Friday is once I'm done freestyling, my brain's just turning on rhymes. You know, I'm like just thinking about rhymes and thinking about lyrics that I could have said, or I don't know, just how I could actually talk about a concept and tell a story instead of just blathering. So on Fridays I end up coming up with more lyrics to song ideas in general, and that feels really good to put together, especially now that I'm having these instrumentals. So I think I'm going to start being able to crank out some more songs again soon, which is going to feel really good. So that's the unexpected benefit of this YouTube channel. The other thing that's going to help with that is we are going, my wife and I and our kid, we're going to fly to Norway next week to check out this little town called Stavanger. Sounds like it's beautiful. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a load of fun. We got flights. We got a hotel booked. We're going to go wander around downtown. It's going to be cool. And I could say more there, but I won't. I'll save that for a future video. But the flight there is going to be long. So I am downloading all these beats to my phone, and I'm gonna try to see if I can come up with some proper songs, instead of just having a bunch of instrumentals with no lyrics over them. The other thing that I kind of touched on last week was I figured out how BeatStars filters worked, which, like, obviously very simple. Should have figured that out a long time ago, but I didn't. And so I've just figured out how BeatStars filter thing works and dug through that, found a bunch of very cheap beats that are very cool. Don't get me wrong, there were a lot of very cheap beats that sucked. So, you know, I had to dig through a lot of choss to find something decent, but found myself a decent collection of very cheap beats. I ended up getting, I think, 13 beats for $3. Awesome. I found another page the other day that would let me get 10 more beats for 50 cents. Almost did that. I did not do that. I'm like, all right, I got 13. I should be happy with 13. 13 is more songs than I'm going to write in the near future anyway. I don't need to have 23 and then just be overwhelmed and never write any of them, you know? So I got those 13 beats. I got the 3 beats that I've made for myself. I dug through my archives and found a couple more beats that I've made over the years that could be kind of cool. I've got some beats from my friend Moss. He makes fantastic music. All of my best beats are from Moss. All my second best beats are from me. And then I've got some beats left over that I got from this guy in Germany named Eddie Leopold, Foremost, like 4 years ago. And so I could write over those too. So I'm gonna download that whole collection, and on this 8-hour flight from Salt Lake City to Amsterdam, maybe I can play with writing some songs over those. What I should do is sleep on those flights. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, thought I'd share a little success there. I'm feeling good about just running this YouTube channel and reaping some more benefits that I didn't expect. I think it'll be cool. Thank you again for the likes and subscribes. Thanks for the positive comments. That's another thing I didn't expect. I assumed the internet was just full of trolls and haters. And, you know, there definitely are those commenters, but I've gotten a lot of positive comments on my YouTube videos, which feels really good. Restores a little bit of my faith in humanity. Thanks for not all being assholes. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I'll see you next week.